You are correct. That will make for high quality podcast content.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we shall again do the trifold situation for sounds. For now, I think this is okay.
Yeah.
My voice, my beautiful boisterous voice, just needs more support in this particular room.
Yeah. Because you are expansive AF.
I am. And things just keep getting better.
Yes.
Right? Like, my voice just keeps getting richer. And it's not even that I get louder per se. It's that I get more relaxed about letting myself talk in a way that feels 1000% natural.
Yeah.
And
your voice gets more vibrant, I think. Like the
vibrancy. Vibrancy. That's a better word for it. Because I don't know that my volume has changed, but I do think my timbre has changed, right? Like, it just is asking for more support from the room around us so that you guys listening don't get as much of an echo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want a high quality experience for people.
Yes.
And I want to be wholly and utterly myself at the same time.
Yes, and that's not too much to ask.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The source message yesterday was like, really, you're not asking for that much.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I knew it would be. I tried to... Did I send it to you?
Yeah, you did.
Because I knew you needed to see it.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Because truly...
It was a lot.
What are we asking for? Things that so many privileged men just get without having to spend 36 years before they can even begin.
Yeah.
Right? Like...
Yeah.
They be starting that at 18 when they go to college.
Yeah. We're
just, a couple years behind that.
Just a few. Fuck.
That's okay. Sweet 18-year-old Kayla.
Wouldn't have known what to do with herself, maybe. Because I sure as shit wouldn't have.
Well, we weren't taught what to do with ourselves in a way that is powerful.
No.
Right? Like, there was no power available.
No. None. Zero.
Power was not a concept that was talked about growing up for me.
No, same.
I mean, it was sure, like, you can do anything you want to do, and that's so sweet. That is an alert that possibilities are available. But that is not a conversation of power. That is not a conversation of how to find it. Where is it within you? How do you invoke it? What does it feel like in your body? And how do you relax into it? Yeah. Also, maybe we should do a podcast episode on power.
Yes, please. That'd be fantastic. Yes.
Because power be important. Like, power is important. Yeah. And as I was about to say, Ash, we were doing sound checks, you guys, and I was about to say something really quite profound, I think. And Ashley really was just like, stop, save it for the podcast. I was like, okay.
I was.
Oh, pickles, I lost it. Where did it go?
About?
It was on the topic of power.
Oh, schnickel fritz.
It just was right there again. It'll circle back. It'll be fine. We can let things happen organically. We can trust in the universe that the ideas that are meant to come out at the time in which they are ripe and juicy for the receiving, that they will be...
The voice.
Well received.
It was the voice.
What was the voice?
Talking.
Oh, yes. It was about how you were mentioning that we were doing a sound check and Ashley said something in a particular way and she was like, I don't want to sound like that on the whole internet.
Yeah.
And
it's like it sounds sultry.
And I was like, that's not sultry. That's your voice being relaxed. Like, the women who feel powerful and relaxed have a whole different energy about them.
Yeah.
And it's not something that is talked about or celebrated
Only
widely yet.
No, I feel like the only time I've seen or heard it is when it has been sexualized. And that's
Correct.
Gross.
Correct. When a woman feels
powerful.
And let me even walk that back from saying when a woman feels powerful. When a marginalized human feels powerful and relaxed at the same time, we have been taught that vocal register sounds sexy, sultry, as if we have to somehow be something for other people. And we fucking do not.
Yeah.
Like, that can just be how we are for ourselves. That can just be how we are as ourselves with no thought as to whether or not it's for us or for other people. It can just be our fucking default.
What? That blows my mind.
It's been blowing my mind as I have settled into my natural vocal register.
Yeah.
As I have allowed that to come through. And in large part, thank you guys for watching and listening, because without this platform as a podcast, I don't know that I would have found it as quickly. I don't know that I would have seen it and witnessed and recognized my vocal changes without having listened to it so consistently.
Yes. And I know we've
practiced it.
And we've touched on this before. Like, you've touched on like how when you are relaxed, how like your voice deepens and
yes, and I just am more relaxed now because of the healing work that I've done, because of who I am to myself and what I allow to unfold as far as change and growth in my life.
Right.
I just am more relaxed now.
Yeah.
You asked me last night, like, after our hypnosis and energy alignment session, how I was feeling, and I told you calmer.
Yes.
That is also to say more relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that just gets to be who I am now. I just
love it.
am relaxed.
Yeah.
Relaxed is my natural state. And that has been settling in, but she's like really locked herself into place the last 2 weeks.
That's beautiful.
And in the last 2 weeks, I have been doing more hypnosis.
Yes.
Which is beautiful. And the topic of today's podcast, actually.
Yay! Huzzah! Yay.
So, being able to witness such a trackable change in my life, in how I present myself, and according to human design, with a defined like throat chakra, that is just so powerful to witness in myself, that change, that relaxation, what relaxing gets to do for me. So as you guys watching and listening tap into that power that you maybe feel super consistently, or maybe feel only now and again when you have really done something that you've impressed yourself with.
Yes.
And when you marry that with that beautiful, relaxed sensation of like, of course it gets to be this way. Of course it does. Like, hell yeah. Search for that crossroads, you guys, because it is, I'm gonna say sexy as hell. But that's not even what I mean, because our brains have been so trained to think that combination is sexy in a sexualized way.
Right.
It is just rich.
Yes.
It is rich.
Yes.
It is
fulfilling.
It is rich. It is fulfilling. It is satisfying. It is, what's a word that Kirsten would use? By Kirsten, I mean Kirsten Cole. We had her on as a guest a couple of months ago for pleasure-based eating and weight loss.
Nourishing for the soul.
Nourishing, yeah. It is rich and nourishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nourishing is a good word.
Yeah.
You're right. That is a word that Kirsten would use for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that on that.
Yeah.
For the crossroads between relaxed and powerful vocal tones.
Yeah. I remember talking about it off and on
Mm-hmm.
as we've done the podcast and just being like, I can't. Like, when I try to talk low, even when I am relaxed, like, I can't do it. I sound fake.
And because when you try...
Yes. It sounds goofy a little.
It does a little, yeah.
But...
And instead of it being a persona that you're trying to fit onto yourself, right. It is more so just allowing a facet of you to come through.
Yeah, it feels like it comes from a whole different part of the body.
Yes. Well, it comes from, for me personally, like it comes from like my root chakra all the way up.
Yes, I was going to say, like when I try to talk low, when I try to speak in low tones,
mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm trying to like I'm thinking about it, right? Yes, and so it feels like it's coming from here, but when I am like doing it from a place of being relaxed, like it feels like it comes from like deeper within.
Mm-hmm. Because it does.
Yeah. And it feels like warm and just luscious.
Like it comes from under the mountain.
Yeah.
I don't know why in my head I'm all of a sudden a mountain with...
It is like the slow flow of like molten lava.
Yes. Yeah, all right. I'll settle into that metaphor.
Yeah.
That's good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other night I was hanging out. Oh God, I have mascara on today. Don't smear it, Kayla.
I did the same
Don't
thing
rub
earlier.
your eyeballs.
I did the same thing earlier.
Don't rub your eyeballs, Kayla. The other night okay, so twice now I've tried to Gregorian chant because I've been embracing how natural my voice is.
Yes.
I did get an overtone the other night. I did not get an undertone.
Okay.
Like I didn't get the 3 layers.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I tried it. So like,
yes.
I'm not expecting perfection the first time I try something.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm. The second time I tried it was not quite relaxed enough to get the overtone, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it reminded me of the dwarves singing in like the Hobbit movies or whatever, in the Lord of the Rings movies. The Misty Mountains song.
Yes. Did you do the ear things? Did you do the ear thing?
No, I forgot about that. But I don't always have to do the ear thing to get an overtone.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not sure what you have to do to get an undertone, but I'll work on it.
Maybe try to like...
pull it down.
Pin them down.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't Astara's husband Orion?
Oh, absolutely.
He gets the over and undertone?
I'm sure. He is. Orion is magnificent, like, vocally. Do you remember when we left the thing at Luli, the first Manifest Omaha, and we were out there spinning and you were singing, and he came in with his, like... Low tone.
Yeah.
It just, like, pierces...
I can't recall if it was like true Gregorian or not.
I don't know, but it's magnificent.
So anyway, we are talking of Astara Raven and her husband Orion from Illuminating Hearts locally here in Omaha. Yeah. They specialize in doing gong sound healing together.
Oh my gosh, they're fantastic.
Yes. So maybe I just need to listen to Orion or maybe just YouTube some monks chilling out.
Yeah.
Chanting and stuff. I've also been looking into the mantra chants that go with Ayurveda for each of your chakra centers.
I love that.
So I'm going to be getting more into that, which is exciting.
I'm excited for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yay.
So anyway, vocal tones, relaxation, All beautiful, important things. Oh, we've only been talking for 14 minutes. Great. I thought we had been on this jag for like 9,000 years.
No, it's a great time to maybe do the introduction.
Oh my God, that's such a great time to do the introduction.
Great.
Okay. Hi, beautiful humans. If you haven't met me yet, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to Your Soul Welcome.
A podcast of healing out loud for humans exploring their deepest hearts.
Yeah. I love it.
Samesies. So anyway, that beautiful crossroads between power and relaxation and discovering more of who you can be is absolutely a conversation that dovetails so well with our topic today, which is hypnosis.
Yeah.
And hypnosis is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
I might cry as I talk about this. I might not. We'll see. We've done some healing. The tissues are off camera.
Oh, great. I was like, we did not prepare today.
No, I migrated them
Good
because
call.
I needed to use this table last night.
That's great.
So hypnosis is one of the things that saved my life when I was feeling suicidal and self-harming, quite frankly. It was something that truly was a lifeline in teaching myself how to feel an ounce of worthiness after getting out of the abusive relationship that I was in. And prior to that abusive relationship, I had been in love with my high school sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
And it just was an on-again, off-again situation, and my heart broke.
Oh, yeah.
Just shattered. When I drove out to see him in his college production. So we bridged the gap from high school to college that freshman year. Very, very classic, like, we're gonna try and stay together.
But you went to separate colleges?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like 3 hours apart.
All right.
Or I guess almost 4 hours apart. So anyway, I drove out 4 hours to go see his college production. I don't even remember the play. It was some Russian something. And I went into this weekend thinking, this is it. We're ready. We're adults now. He's got a dorm room. Like, this is it. Is what I thought.
Yeah.
Because I had not been given any information that would lead me to believe anything other than that.
Right.
Like, we were talking on the phone for hours. We were living our best lives, long distance. Like, I thought everything was perfect. Mm-hmm. This was going to be the weekend where we took things to the next level. Or, like, even at least just, like, fool around, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you do in college.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or at least that's what all of society and movies have
Right.
happens in college, right? Yeah. I had finally, like, kissed goodbye to enough of my Catholicism to be okay with whatever happened that weekend. Like, I just was.
You were ready.
I was ready.
Yes.
I was as ready as you can be as an 18-year-old who just started college.
Yes.
Had never done that before.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into this weekend ready.
Ooh, yes.
And we hung out. He, like, taught me about LARPing, live action role playing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we were both nerds.
Yeah.
I mean, have you met me? I was not a cool kid in high school.
Overrated.
And, like, like, I chose that. I chose that for myself.
Yeah.
Like, it was
authentic for where you were at the time.
It was so authentic for where I was at the time.
Yes.
So he taught me about LARPing. I, like, met all his friends. We, like, ate in the cafeteria. But it was as if he had booked us a full itinerary of being anywhere but his dorm room.
Oh.
Which I thought was weird, but I was like, maybe we're just waiting until after the play, like, da-da-da-da-da. I had gotten a motel room.
Oh.
And my mom, I love her, my mom, being a warrior, road tripped with me and was at the motel room.
Okay.
And she also, I was very clear with her. I was like, I might not be coming back to this motel room, Mom. Like, you can't do anything about it. Like, we just are where we are, and it is what it is, and we are where we are.
And how did Mama take it?
I think she was just happy that she knew that I had arrived 4 hours away from home safely.
Yes,
to be honest,
yes.
like,
that's so valid.
Was it what she wanted? No, but was it a compromise between the two of us?
Yes,
it was.
I love that. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay.
And I'm grateful for it now because after his Russian play that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
Because
right.
I'm pretty sure it was a fucking tragedy, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that it was an artsy college. And they were making a statement about something. I just don't know what it was.
Okay, that's so valid. Yep, I get it.
So anyway, afterwards, he took me to this music practice room, like, so that we could be alone to talk together.
Oh, yeah.
Not his fucking dorm room.
Interesting.
But a music practice room. And I was like, what are we doing here? And what we were doing there was him breaking up with me. And I was like, what?
Scoundrel. What the fuck?
If you're listening, my face is so confused right now. Like, I just remember being like, this isn't real life. Like, I just drove 4 hours to be here with you, to watch your play, to, like,
learn about LARPing.
Be together with each other.
Yeah.
After doing this long distance thing, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're breaking up with me? How can this be? Like, this is our weekend.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since you left for college.
Yeah.
And so I clearly was heartbroken.
Yes.
And I don't even remember driving back to the motel. I don't know how I got back to the motel. My next memory is of just me, and this is a very dissociated memory. I am watching myself and my mom, right? Like, I have not made it back into my body for this memory quite yet.
Yeah.
And I'm just sobbing on, like, the linoleum in the motel.
Yeah.
Just so heartbroken. And heartbroken can't even describe it. Like, it felt like my literal body was ripping in two.
Yes.
And
that's that first heartbreak.
Yes.
God, there is nothing like that.
Well, and what's funny is that I had already experienced that with him once before.
Oh.
Because we broke up and then got back together. Like,
yeah.
So it was a not only did I not want you the first time, I also don't want you the second time.
Ugh.
And to be incredibly fair with the wisdom of my now 36 years.
Yes.
He probably thought that he was doing me a kindness for breaking up with me in person, right? Like, he probably thought that he was being on the up and up by not doing it over the phone.
Okay. Yes. I can see that.
I can hold that compassion for him because he felt bad too. Like, he was upset breaking up with me also because it feels awful to hurt someone else.
Yes.
So he's not a person without compassion. I'm not going to lambast him on the internet.
Right.
He's a good human person. He just was also 18, not fucking knowing everything about doing stuff.
Yes.
I just, wish that one of us could have... I wish that one of us could have, like, had enough perspective on the situation to be like, this isn't... The second time, that's also not going to work out, you guys.
Yep. For real.
Like, doing it again, also not going to be successful.
Yeah.
But I had been sold this beautiful story from my grandparents and my parents that you can meet the love of your life in high school and live happily ever after. Because that is what happened to both of them. And they had the sweetest, tenderest relationships.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fairly certain that my poppy died of a broken heart.
Oh, yeah.
And so I thought that that's what I was going to have because that was what was all around me.
Yeah.
And so anyway.
God, that heartbreak though. Like I remember that feeling too. Like that first heartbreak is just so
visceral.
Oh.
Like it's like a lightning bolt ripping through your entire center.
Yes. It's like your whole entire body stops functioning correctly.
Yes. Because it's just ripping.
Yes.
And so that is how I was primed for my abusive relationship.
Right.
I was heartbroken. I was rejected as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was double rejected. I felt absolutely worthless.
Yeah.
Because to the person that I wanted to be worth the most to, I was the nothing to.
Yeah.
And being the me that I was, and knowing that we had gotten back together once already, we stayed friends. And the next time he was back in Omaha, we hung out. Oh. Alone, the two of us.
Honey. Sweet Kayla.
I know. And then he rejected me again, which, to be fair, I came on, too strong.
Yeah.
Did not listen to his no,
yeah.
Which I hate saying that because...
we live and we learn.
We live and we learn, and consent matters.
Yes.
And were I a different person, had consent been a conversation at all in my life...
Yes.
I'm certain I would have respected it.
Yes.
But I didn't know to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we weren't taught those things.
I just was desperate and heartbroken.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yes.
I was desperate and heartbroken. And so then to face that rejection again, a third time, because I set myself up for it, but like, he also set himself, like he also agreed to hang out with me alone.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah.
He agreed that we should go to the guest bedroom in the basement to try and catch a few winks, like...
Oh my gosh, come on!
So, we were just two 19 and 18, like, we just were two teenagers trying to figure it the fuck out, but, like, it was never gonna work. Yeah. We just were not each other's people, and I didn't know, I didn't know how to deal with that.
Yeah. And at 18 and 19, your hormones are still trying to run that show.
Yeah.
Your logical mind is not all the way ready to function, and you don't have the experience. Right? You don't know. You don't have the experience there to know.
Well, that depends.
And we're not taught. We weren't taught.
Like, I contrast that by, like, I have another particular friend who was very sexually active in high school. Mm-hmm. Like, I met her in college, so these are all stories that she's told me. So it's not that an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old can't engage in that with some experience, at least. But I, in particular, didn't have that.
Yes, correct.
Okay, radiant humans. If you're ready to cave dive into your own healing and expansion with your own self-curiosity as your guide, you're officially ready to step inside the inner play portal. Your soul welcomes cozy online library of healing practices, techniques, rituals, and recordings that are designed to explicitly activate and support your own self-healing.
Pop on over to yoursoulwelcome.com to reserve your membership pass right away or read more about the Inner Play Portal.
Hooray! No one taught me that I was still okay in a breakup other than being like, you're still okay, but like, how do I get to that okayness?
Yeah.
How do I okay?
Yeah. Yes.
How do I okay?
Right.
So anyway, I was feeling pretty fucking worthless.
Yeah.
After 3 rejections from the same guy. So I got into an abusive relationship where he treated me like poo-poo. And then I started feeling suicidal and engaging in self-harm, and it was pretty awful. And then when I told my abuser I was self-harming, he said, well, that doesn't sound good. And then change the subject. What?
What the fuck?
Anyway, he's a whole other kettle of fish. Anyway, so I felt like I was worth nothing. And then my sweet high school friend, who kept inviting me to everything. She kept inviting me to everything. Invited me to something after I had broken up with my abuser, and I went.
Good.
For the first time in 2 years.
Yes.
I went to a thing with my friends because he had isolated me. That was one of the primary ways in which I had been abused. I'm going to make that an active sentence, in which he abused me. No passivity here today.
No.
No. And at that function, which was a little Christmas get-together over Christmas break, I was speaking with one of my other friends, and she was like, yeah, I've been listening to this hypnosis for positive affirmations. And I was like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. What
do you mean you are receiving help from someone on YouTube and all you have to do is just...
Listen.
What do you mean that you feel better? What do you mean that he tells you that you're worthy and you believe it? What do you mean? I want that. I want someone to tell me I'm worthy and believe it. I wanted someone to tell me I was worthy and to believe it. Your eyeballs right now are going to make me cry.
Sorry.
Keep your compassion on your side, Ashley.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. You can your eyeballs can be whatever they are.
Okay.
It's okay. I can be in control of my feelings. You can be in control of yours. All right. It's great. It's great.
All right.
I welcome my feelings and my tears this day, if need be.
It's just, like, your story is just, ringing.
Many bells?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was like, okay, who's this guy? Yeah. Like, I need this YouTube channel yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was this particular hypnosis practitioner named Joseph Clef. He's still putting videos out on YouTube. He's awesome. Like, he's a little bit more into, like, productivity and, like, hustle culture.
Oh.
I would say about 3 years ago, he was too into that for me.
Okay.
Now he's starting to come out with things like hypnosis for manifestation.
Oh, love that. Yes.
Hypnosis for asking the universe what you want. Like, he's starting to trend hippier now.
Well, that is the collective consciousness shift.
Yes. So I highly recommend his work.
Yes.
And with the caveat of, I desired something a little softer nowadays than that in specific. But I have been using his hypnosis for like like stress reduction
Oh,
and
yeah.
anxiety, because I don't know if you know this, but when you start a whole ass business with your best friend, it starts to feel a little anxious. Ooh, my screen just darkened as if I only have a little bit of power left. That's because we spent 1,000 years sound checking.
Yes, we did. We
Okay.
did do that.
Let me go grab my power cord real quick.
Great.
Hi, beautifuls. Editing Kayla here. It was at precisely the moment that I plugged in my computer charger that all of our audio got weird and choppy for no reason other than I plugged in the charger. So consider this part 1 of our conversation on hypnosis, and be looking forward to a part 2 because we can refilm that, because hypnosis can change your life and that's fucking important. So, all right. I love you guys. Sorry, Ashley's not here to say love you bye with me, but love you bye. Mwah.